What's up, all you Xernias trainers? Today I'm going to do something on the video game here. I have a pretty large collection of stuff, and I never shoot any videos of me actually playing the video game. And the reason why is because it's basically like you just never know what's out there. You can get some really quirky things. People are testing things all the time, and then there's people that just play the video game but don't play the card game. And my thought is that the video game's really cool. It's really cool to play online, but you really want to go to the leagues and see what other people are playing. They have great ideas, and sort of the video game just gives you that sort of, a little bit of help or balance when you're testing, but it really doesn't give you what the experience is like if you're actually playing it. So that's sort of where it's at. So that's why I don't do a lot. But having said that, my son was talking to me and he was like, you should do some video game recordings. And I have a very large collection and I play all the time online. It's not like I don't play. I just prefer to do it the other way. But I have a huge collection of cards. I don't have every deck, but I pretty much have any of the major ones that are out there playing. And most of the time, I do use this video game play as a testing platform. So most of the decks that are popular, I will not play very often because I see it more as a testing format, and I want to play like quirky stuff that I really wouldn't take to a league and test out. When I take things to a league, I'm usually taking more of the core decks to the league and maybe trying to test out a card or two. And this, I really do test out like really quirky decks, like something just spontaneous, funky. I might not buy the cards, but I'll test them out on video games to sort of see if they'll actually be able to work. But yeah, I do have like a seriously pretty decent collection. I wouldn't say I have the best collection in the world, but I have a reasonable collection of cards, of EXs, and cards for the video game that I can play and put together decks that are popular right now and that are being played right now. Yeah, I can do some stuff. So if you guys have some stuff out there that you'd be interested in watching to see, go ahead and just post down below and I could show it to you. So I do have some stuff out here, and I can play a lot of different decks that is currently being played. Actually, this new Mega Venusaur might be a good play. I mean, they're going to be re-releasing that, so this card, so it'll be good. So I did in my last video tell you we're going to Worlds. We did go to Worlds. We went to San Francisco. This is what you get at Worlds. It's huge. This hat I'm wearing right now is what you'll actually get at Worlds. My son actually got this at Worlds in his bag, and I'm thieving it from him. And he told me he was going to keep an eye on. Look at this card. This is the card that actually won Worlds, Dino EX, which was an amazing play by, I think the player's name is Shinto, so or Shintora. So yeah, I just probably butchered his name. So this deck was just an amazing deck that got played. Like I said, I don't do many of the major decks that are very popular online. I pretty much stick to like something really quirky, something really out of sorts, just because a lot of those major decks are just played. I want to play them at league, and I want to test them out with the real hand. So that's sort of what I like to do, sort of fun stuff, quirky stuff that's out there. And having said that a few times now, we can get to my deck manager here, and these are the ones that I've gotten to for new standard. So I went in through my decks, and I've been test decking some stuff for new standard to sort of see how they'll work in new standard. And I'm going to actually try some of these. Why I got you online. We're going to go over here to standard, and it's going to take out all the other stuff. So that's what I have. The Mega, I've been trusting Mega Latios. I have this. This is a crummy deck. I'm just going to delete that deck. I'm too embarrassed to show you that deck. I've been testing Aerodactyl. I've been testing Jolteon Glaceon. Steelix I've been testing, which is just a beast of a deck. Got this funky little Trebtile deck that has been showing me no love, so I'm afraid to play it. But we'll start up at the Aerodactyl Omastar deck. Again, this is one of those decks you're probably not going to see at Elite Challenge or anywhere. I think somebody played it at Worlds, and they played it with Talion, and they did all right. I'm playing mine with Shuckle, but everybody has a different build of this, and I sort of just went all in on the deck, and I'm going to try and relieve pressure. We're just going to expand the deck. I'm going to run that Aerodactyl as my main attacker, and then I'm going to run Omastar and Omastar Break. So Omastar has the ability of restoring any of the restoration fossils, so I'll be restoring Aerodactyl with that, and then Omastar Break has the ability of basically Lysandering any EXs up. On top of that, I'm going to run this 4-quad Aerodactyl and this restoration kit. The reason why I'm going to do that is to relieve pressure off of Restorating Beam, so if I don't get this out, I can use Fossil Excavation to sort of pull my Aerodactyls out. Basically, I'm going to run the special charge and try and get it in. I've been running a lot of random receiver, and the reason why is it just speeds up the deck and gets me more of the supporters I need quicker. Teammates is pretty much a major need for this deck because you're going to want a teammates for that DCE and maybe a special charge or a super rod. We're going to try and loop back in our Aerodactyls with super rod, so that's basically all this does is loop back in Pokemon. And you try and keep them there as much as possible. As you can see, it's a funky deck. There's no Ultra Ball. There is VS Seekers and Trainers Mails, but you won't see any Ultra Balls in here at all. We do run that Birch, and really the only reason we hit that Birch is because sometimes there's points where you don't want to end the player on the other side if they're down to 2 card and struggling. You just want to keep it on your side. And Professor Birch's actually shuffles in your Aerodactyls if you accidentally pull them, or your Omanites. So that's one of the reasons why I run that. And then the N, again, is the basic prime card, is just the shuffle in. The Lysander is, hey, when this card can't get pulled out and you can't see it, you can start Lysandering up and using Excavation and these Aerodactyl All Mights to sort of start playing it. And then I literally only run a quad 4, so a quad 4 of DCEs is all I'm running this game. So it's a pretty basic deck. I mean, when I look at it, I don't see any like tricky cards in here at all. I just sort of see like, okay, we're just going to try and go all in with Shuckle, try and get this Aerodactyl in, run a higher count of Omites and Omastars so that we can actually pull them. The one thing about this deck is that you're only running 4 basics, so basically you have to hit it, and if you don't hit it, the user can draw out like 5 or 6 cards, so you go in directly with the N after that, hoping to pull the N. Let's go ahead and check out and see how this runs. Boom, boom, boom. Just going to sit right there. Okay. We're going to see if we can pick up a game with it. Now, again, this is a funky deck. I'm not sure how well it's going to play. I've been playing it some, and when it hits, it's a really good deck, and it can be really fast. And when it doesn't hit, it's like any other deck. It's sort of just, you ask yourself questions of why do I even try? So we'll try and check this out. This is the Aerodactyl Omastar deck, and we'll see if we can pick up a game with it. What's he running? Oh, he's got all kinds of crazy stuff. Xernias, so he's probably running Rainbow Road or something. Lost the coin. Let's see who's going first. He's probably going to go first. The nice thing about this deck is sometimes you can attack on first turn. I mean, if you get that Aerodactyl and DCE out on first turn, you basically can float out Shuckle. So you can float out Shuckle, and then you can actually attack on first turn, which is major crazy. So we got pretty good here. This is really lucky that we got a Shuckle on first turn. I've played this before, and yeah, Shekel doesn't always appear on first turn. Sometimes you don't attach to him, sometimes you do attach to him. It really just depends. Yeah, he's playing Rainbow Road, so he'll probably play. A lot of people have been playing Rainbow Road. Now, the nice thing about my deck is I don't run any Shamans, so they can't really capitalize on it. The bad thing about it is that if I don't get the cards, it's either you're all in on it. So if I don't get the cards I need, it can go really bad for me really quickly. But I want to give you a fair analysis of these decks because I would never say go out and run and get any type of deck because it really gets down to, oh, I got the float here. It really gets down to whether or not your matches and how great your luck is that day. I mean, if you got good luck, I'm just going to end out and sort of see what else I can get. If you got good luck that day, I mean, the stars really align and open up for you, but if your luck's running pretty bad that day, you know, it's not the funnest thing. So I got the Omenite. That's really good. That's a really good sign. Maybe I'll be. He's probably going to Rainbow Road me and knock Shuckle out next round. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and hide a berry. And I am going to put that card back. I'm actually almost thinking I'm running too many random receivers. And then he should knock out Shuckle this round. He has to go digging for his DC. So Rainbow Road is actually Rainbow Force is actually a really good card. It goes 10. This attack does 30 more damage for each different type of Pokemon. I struggle with this deck, and I see a lot more people running Octillery because they don't want to give up the Shaman. So in this sense, he's playing it pretty well. He's going to knock me out. Can do 130. So. Oh, sad. Shuckle. With these type of decks, you hit high numbers quickly, which is fun. So I'm gonna play this Restoration Kit, just get back that Fossil Helix, come back around here. I'm gonna pick up another Omenite. That's a really good sign there. Let's see if I can hit anything with random receiver. Okay, I don't mind shuffling Aerodactyl back, shuffling him back in if I can pick up a because I might pick up a Super Rod or something. And what I really want to pick up, that's the thing about this deck is that you just have to have a lot of patience. It's a comeback deck, so you might do that. We're gonna go shuffle in that Restoration Kick, and booyah! What do we got here? The Fossil Restoration's working good. So it looks like, and then the other thing is if you get anything prized right off the bat, it's hard to come back for. So we're gonna end turn here. The other guy's probably like, why would you play this deck? This deck should never be played. Look at your deck, man. Compare it to my deck. The other guy is probably just bewildered at the fact that I would dare try and play this deck. Because it's a hard deck, it's frustrating to play, and you just have to have all the right cards fall at all the right times to actually play this deck. I mean, if you start hitting the Aerodactyls, you can really just start taking knockouts real quick, one-hit knockouts. But that's the problem is you have to hit the Aerodactyls. I'm hitting Omanites, but I'm not hitting Aerodactyls, and I've already gone through 2 of my Restoration Kicks. So the 190 doesn't mean anything to me at this point. The only thing that means to me is getting out Omastar. Watch if I pull another one, he's going to be like, what? Stop doing that. The only thing that really means anything is getting almost alright. So we want to end him, just get some stuff out of his hand. No! It's taking some time to get going. And that's what's frustrating about this deck, is that it just takes a major amount of time and patience to play it. And that's basically what you have to have. So I want him to take another one prize, and I'm going to just keep ending him. And I don't even know if I can come back from this. Usually if it's too low too fast, it can hurt you. So it's going to do a 190 again. That doesn't mean anything to me. Now, N in this type of format is pretty massive, because it really does. So we're going to get the restoration, get the Aerodactyl. It is really harder to come back from. That's why he's running that Octillery. So we're going to go down to 3, because he knows that N's becoming a bigger deal now. So it makes a lot more sense to run it. Oh, I hit the Super Scoop. So that's good. So let's Super Scoop Super Rod some stuff back in. Super Scoop. There is no more Super Scoop anymore. It's done. Alright, so we're going to get that in. Probably going to take a Shuckle. Omnanite? No, maybe I'll take another Omnanite. We're going to get all those in. We're going to play that down. And the only thing I wish I could have hit was the DCE and the Supercharge. Because I'm probably going to lose it this turn. We'll see. See if he gets the Lysander. If he gets the Lysander, I think that it'll be a harder comeback type of scenario. Play the escape rope. It's gonna have to play up on the Octillery. A lot of people are running Octillery, I see nowadays. Still see Shaman's out, but sometimes Octillery can disappear. See, he's got the Lysander, so he's going to want to take that one. Which is fine. That's what you're supposed to do. So we're going to end him down to 2, and then he's going to have to Octillery out. We're going to special charge back up. And still missed that float stone, so that's no good. Restoration kit. See if we can hit any of these. Got an Aerodactyl. Sometimes if you can hit the Aerodactyl right off as you're coming off the game, I mean, it goes by really quick. This game gets really fun really fast. And then sometimes when you miss it, it's no fun. So I think though I'm too deep in now to actually make a play. Once you get this deep in, it gets a little tougher, because it's just got to get that BS Seeker. And that's what he's going to go for. He's going to have it in his hand. He's going to go for that BS Seeker. Rainbow Bow Road is such a great deck, but, you know, if you don't hit that... Yep, that's game. So So I'm gonna take my one knockout and then give him the GG. Oh, everybody started to come out and play. Just at the end of the game, too late. And that's the major issue with this deck, is that everybody comes out and play too late. I'm always interested in why Pokemon sort of develops these decks in faster formats. These decks do really well in slow formats, but when the format is fast, you know, you can't play it. You can't really play with it. So, Pokemon, if you're listening out there, develop a format that this deck can actually be played in. We're going to give it one more go, though, and sort of see from here if we can actually make it work. And I know I can probably put in the Shaman, and I can use the Shaman to, you're saying, hey, well, why don't you Shaman to speed up your deck, or Artillery to speed up your deck. In the, in it, if you use Artillery, you lose supplies on trying to actually make Omanite and Aerodactyl work. There's not enough restoration kits. Things get prized. It goes down pretty bad for you pretty quickly and faster. So then basically you're like, well, why don't you use Shaman to speed up the deck? Now, if you use Shaman to speed up the deck, you lose the prize trait war. So they're always going to be running Lysanders in the deck, and so once that Shaman gets up, so the deck has to run sort of this pokey pace. The problem is as you're running this sort of pokey pace, everybody else is running a faster pace than you are. So it gets a little tricky at times to actually try and get it to work. That's a good start. You get Aerodactyl right out. Looks like we got Nidoqueen, which is really good. Let's see if we can get another Aerodactyl out. Sometimes I just play these things out just to sort of see if I can get one more. Oh, I got two out. So this, you know, it's starting to work a little bit better this time around. And I'm not sure about Nidoqueen, so we're going to go there. And then I have a lot of good cards in my hand, so I am just going to make my attachment. And end my turn. So he, as Nidoqueen, he needs to get Nidoqueen up and running as fast as possible. I got a really good turn in. Oh, he's going to attack. Oh, ooh. Going to get a Nidoqueen right on there. So for me, all I got to do is retreat and bring in. Now, if this would have started like we played the Rainbow Road, sometimes they start like this, and it's just so quick that you end up starting to put Pokemon, right, as you can see, right on the bench. Really fast. And you're not even using Omastar at that time. So he's got a lot of cards in his hand because I messed up. So we're just going to take them all out. And I got a DCE, and I got a lot of cool stuff. So I like that. So we're just going to start taking our prizes here. He probably had a really good hand. He was like, just one round. All I need is one round. I've been playing Pokemon Go, and I actually have Nordrina. She's got this really, I have her at like 1200 CP, so she's a reasonable one. Let's see what he does. He goes a Wally, Poison Jab, 30 your opponent. No, not Poison Jab. Okay, no Poison Jab. So no, I want this card here. The reason I'm taking this card is because I got, if he drops it in Shamans or EXs, this will go in my favor pretty quickly. Most agitating part about this is that if you get down too low, you know, the end can really hurt you. So you have to be careful about how you space your energy and how you play that energy. So it's not running any special energy. The special energy for Psychic is actually not here in Standard, and the reason why is because it was released in Phantom Forces. So he's going to go need a queen. Another one. And I think he does. This Pokemon does. Does this Pokemon attack? This may attack twice per turn. So he'll do 30-60 on a poison. That's pretty good. 60 on 120 is really good. Let's see if we can beat this. It's a lot harder playing against decks when they're not running. Gets one more attack. Yeah. Now the cool thing about Aerodactyl, the poison doesn't bother me, but the cool thing about Aerodactyl is it has free retreat. So we can go into a fresh Aerodactyl. Play that down here. And then we're going to go into the Helix Fossil, which I missed, so a little sad I missed that. I actually put too many Shuckles down. Sometimes you don't want to play that many Shuckles. 240. I'm just going to leave my opponent at a hand size 4. I mean, there's no reason to end at this point. I don't think he was expecting the free retreat. Sometimes people forget he has free retreat. Yeah, this one does your opponent's. Your Nita Queen's attacks do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So he's going to do 60, 80 damage for each evolution Pokemon on your bench. Okay, so he has to evolve all these guys to do that type of damage. Oh, he gives the victory. Alright, well, let's do one more. Alright, we played Nidoqueen. We lost to Rainbow Road. I've actually beaten Rainbow Road with this deck, believe it or not. Like when I get those quick starts, like you just saw, and I can get the DCEs out and the Aerodactyls, it pretty much goes through Rainbow Road pretty quickly. Because they can't, my energy acceleration's faster than theirs. So usually I can head Rainbow Road up at the pass. So let's see if we can take another game here. But like I said, if you don't get those quick accelerations, if the deck runs slow and all you're pulling is Omanytes out, you're just trying to stall for time until you can get your Aerodactyls out. It's one of the reasons I play that Restoration kit, is to try and dig for those Aerodactyl. Oh, he's going to take a big hand. He's like, oh, look at this guy. How many times? Oh, nice. What is that, like 4 cards he's going to take? Let's see if we can get 5. Oh, I got one. Oh, but I got the float stone. That's good. Let's see how we do this time. That was awesome. I actually think I might take a random receiver out of here. He's like, yeah, I'm going to be greedy. I'm a greedy person. Yeah. Oh, we got the Shamans. If I can get a good start on these Shamans, oof, I can eat these things up pretty quickly. Oh, he is going all in Rayquaza. I've had a pretty good matchup with Rayquaza. I think I've played 3 Rayquaza decks with this deck, and I've been able to manage to pull 2 of them out. They're pretty intense games most of the time, but it gets down to whether or not I can get something on my bench. Yeah, this is like the new Rayquaza deck. Everybody's playing Manjira with the Rayquaza. Let's see if we can get it. Nope. So I'm gonna play this guy. I sort of have to make sure I get a Pokemon. I'm just gonna shuffle him. He's got tons of cards. What's going on? Alright, cool. We got a couple of restorations. And that. So let's see if we can hit any Aerodactyls. No. Boo, no Aerodactyls. We do got a Sycamore, so that's good. He'll probably eat that card up, so I think I might take the N. Nah, I got choices now. Alright, let's see. We got Fossil Restoration. We're gonna try both of these again. Bring those cards up. Try and see if we can hit. Woo! What the heck? Oh yes, Omanite. We'll take an Omanite. Let's see, we got another Fossil Restoration kick. Let's rinse, repeat, and recycle, baby. Here we go. Booyah. What do we got? Oh, we got the Aerodactyl. That's a good start. That's a good sign. Nope. No Helix Fossil. Alright, well, I can't complain. Can't complain. I don't know what he's going to end up doing, so I'm just going to retreat out. I'm just going to retreat out. Ooh, decisions. If I retreat and he takes me, then I can play Aerodactyl for the DCE on next turn. Alright, I'm just going to end turn. I'm going to end turn. We'll see. Oh! This is one of those decks that have a lot of ponderment. I think I might Sycamore out my Omanite since I got one to drop. But what he's going to try and play is Manjira, because he doesn't want me to discard a special energy out. So this is like the new sort of way of playing the Rayquaza. I don't know if he needs a Pokemon Ranger. I don't know why he runs, maybe just because of... This is the new way of playing the Rayquaza decks, is you play Manjira, and that's what he's going to... I think it's called Manjira? I don't know. I am not great with Pokemon names. I am convinced I have a lot of shame when it comes to my Pokemon names. He's going to play the Hoopa down. If I had a teammates, that would be awesome. Because then he could take that, and then I could teammates for the DCE in the evolution to Omanite, the Omastar, and then I could, that would be awesome if I got a DCE drop. If I don't get the DCE drop, it's not forever. He's going to go big. This is actually one of the decks you don't really need to like fill up. He's going to Lysander out Omanite. And that's fine with me because you can Lysander out Omanite, but the problem with Lysandering out Omanite and taking Omanite is I still have my Restoration kick, so I can still get him back through there. So I don't see that as a big deal. But I am going to see if I can try and take a DCE from him. Oh, that's a massive play right there. So what we're going to try and do is, he didn't play Manjira. That would have been awesome if I kept my Omanite, but I didn't. We're going to play that, and then we're going to get a Restoration kit. And then I am going to play that down. So I'm going to play that. Play this Restoration kit. Let's play that. I'm going to get another Omanite. That must be irritating too. See if I can get another Aerodactyl out. So got another Aerodactyl. And then because I played that, I'm going to retreat because I got another one. Let's see if I can put him in an awkward position here. And I'm just going to take that DCE away. Alright. He doesn't really need to fill his bench up at all. I mean, he's going to hit for the knockouts he wants. I'd be surprised if he doesn't have another DC in there. Oh, stranger things have happened. Let's see, he's going to go straight for that DC. He wants that knockout. And what that'll do is that'll force the Sycamore on me, I think. I'm going to try and get a DCE after this. See if I can knock him out. 150, so much damage! He's like, I want to take 2! Stop giving me 1 card! Alright, so I did get the N. I did play that down. He does have 2 more cards, so I think I'll just play the N because I got the Aerodactyl and Omanite in there. See if the N can bring me some luck. It looks like it did bring me a little luck, so I feel good about that decision. So the cool thing about this is that you could throw the Super Rod back in, and we got the Restoration Kit, so we're going to play the Aerodactyl again. We're going to play this. He must be irritated. And then I'm going to go try and hunt for another Aerodactyl. He must be like, come on, dude, too many Restoration Kits. No, I don't like that anymore. And I'm going to retreat back. I'm going to go back to him. And then maybe random receiver up. See what I get. Come on, give me something good. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm going to take his Rayquaza. Boom! Alright, that's good. That's a good move. I feel happy about that. I got Judge and Lysander. Uh-oh. He's got to go Mega Turbo DCE to get Rayquaza up and running. So we'll see if he has any of that stuff. Because if I keep that, I gotta hit some special energy charges. No, this is where you sit around and you're all intense. He's gonna go Shaman. He's gotta try and grab another Shaman. He's got this DCE, and then now he's gonna go Mega Turbo. Should be able to knock him out with that. There's the energy. Only got 2 more DCs to knock out. Does he have the Mega Turbo? He should. Super. Oh, why would he Super Rod? Oh, maybe he's just getting Pokemon back in. Get those 2 in that. Yeah. Go get your Mega Turbo. He's got 2 energies back in. Gots the Shaman. Here he goes. It's got to be the Mega Turbo. Got to be the Mega Turbo. Boo, 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 boo. Mega Turbo! I feel like I'm a Power Ranger. Mega Turbo, go! Where's this Mega Turbo? Oh, there it is! Alright. He's like, come on, dude. That is a weak play. Weak play. Alright. Alright, let's see what we could do. I can stall. He's going to have to play a DCE on the stall, so that might be a decent move. And I can judge him, and I can end him down to 3. So those all might be decent moves. So let's see here. I do got a couple Aerodactyls in there, so what do we got here? We got 1 Aerodactyl in there. I got another Aerodactyl out. Ooh, lots of birds are coming. Let's see if maybe I can get... maybe I should just save these. I don't want to be greedy. That's too greedy. I recognize that. That's too greedy. I should feel good about the last one. So if I had the DCE, I'd probably Lysander up one of those guys and just attack them. I don't have the DCE. I do need a DCE. Getting another DCE in his discard would be sort of a nice play. So I can risk it for the biscuit, or I can stall out around. Well, stalling out is no fun. Let's see how many DCEs in there. And I do need a special charge. Got 2 in there. So we'll just play that end down. Oh, it doesn't pay off, but I did get the armor star. He's going to go down to 3. I'm going to get that. Oh, that's nice. I'm going to bring out the jet draft again. There's my DC. Please come to me, DC. Next turn. Next turn. Okay, so if he knocks this guy out, I'm going to play the teammates. And then I'm going to retreat back. Into Shuckle, and then my turn. I'm going to play the teammates for the DCE. Oh, you know I should have played the teammates the last time. And that's what you get. I had forgotten I played the teammates. I totally forgot I had the teammates. So he's going to play the Sycamore down. Maybe? I should have played the teammates. DCE'd for the teammates. He's going to go all in on Shuckle. He's just like, I'm tired of this Shuckle. He's too much. And I'm going to need to kill him with 250 points of damage. He's going to Mega Turbo up. See, and this is that Xernia that everybody's playing right now because it removes those. So kudos to the Audino on everybody. Ah, he's played it and he knocked him out. So I'm going to play this. I actually have a pretty good hand right now. For the teammates. I'm going to play the teammates. I'm going to get from the teammates. I'm going to get this guy. And how many DCEs do I have left? If I have 2, I'm going to be pretty sweet. I'm going to get this guy and this guy. So if I play the teammates next time, see, this is where I'm sad. I have to stall him. Let's play Restoring Beam first. He might take my Oma Star. So. And let's just start bringing out some Shamans. Seems like a good play. Let's see if I get DC. Ooh. Let's see how we do. We're so close. Oh, he's going to end me. I had that via Seeker ready too. Says, hey, you know what? I'm just going to end you down to 2 because I'm done with you now. So I did get a DCE back in on that prize exchange. So that's good. I got 1. So let's see if I get a DC. Oh, I got the teammates. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to play down the teammates. I'm going to play up the teammates because I got 1 DCE off the prize card. I'm going to go get my DCE. And like I said, these games are always intense when you're playing this, and I'm going to go get my special charge. So he must be irritated because he's like, oh, my knight! You are supposed to only... Oh, retreat into him. I'm going to play him, and then I am going to do Dangerous Tentacles and bring him up. And then I'm going to give him the GG. Oh, he gave me the victory. Oh, you didn't let me take it. Oh, sorry, Brave Breaker. Alright, so I went, it wasn't bad. you know, on a league challenge, you know, I went uh, um, 1-2, lost one to Rainbow Road. I didn't get a good start, but you generally see how the deck goes. Again, let's take another little peek at the deck here. That's a bad peek, see, because I'm not like a great navigator of this game. So we'll just tool the deck and expand it open. So you sort of see it. I mean, it's a good cheap budget deck. There's no shamans in it. You're running shuckles. You know, a lot of people are right now playing Ray Ray, so it's a good counter against Ray Ray, where you can just start, you know, using tentacles, working your teammates. This is the deck list I'm currently playing. I think it's a reasonable deck list play for a league challenge, just to go in there and have fun with it. I don't know if I bring it to anything other than a league challenge, but you know, you never know. It all gets down to the matchups. You could end up taking top cut with one of this if everybody decides to play, you know, Ray Ray. So if everybody decides to play Ray Ray, you could take it up a top cut. You never know, but you know, 1-2, lost one. So all right, you guys. This is Raisin Ash out.